everyone, my name is BALQIS BINTI AHMAD ZAINUDIN and my metric number is 109170, and today I'm reflecting on our workshop about the design principle and using Canva effectively. So let me share what I learned and how I plan to apply it. So the workshop started with design theory, which I would never really thought about before. There are three concepts that stood out, which is cognitive theory, dual coding theory, and multimedia learning principles. So the first one is coding theory, which showed me that templates are not just shortcuts, but they can reduce mental effort by providing clear structure, well-designed visual, which feels easier to understand because they are easier to process. So next is the dual coding theory, which revealed that combining visual with text is not just aesthetic, but it also enhances learning. Image reinforce ideas in a ways that the text alone cannot. Next is the multimedia learning principles, which taught me coherence and signaling. The key takeaway is to remove unnecessary elements, and actually every shape and color and heading should guide the attention purposefully. And as for the practical design mistake, for now, I've seen a lot of mistakes that I've actually been making, which is when it comes to fonts, color, text, and also layout. So for the fonts, the limit is maybe 2 to 3 maximum, but no Comic Sans or script fonts are actually recommended because it actually doesn't work well with the visual itself. Next is the color. A good contrast will beat the variety. I used to think that more color means more interesting, but thoughtful choices can create better communication. And as for text, the slide should show the key points only and let the presenter elaborate instead of the slide elaborate the points. So I've been guilty for the paragraph overload actually. So next is the layout, which the rulers and guides are for the alignment. So negative space is not empty. It is focuses on attention on what matters. Proper margin and spacing, it will actually create the professional look itself. I'll be talking about the ethics and best practices. The ethics discussions was eye-opening since the templates are starting points but not the finished products. So we cannot just submit a default design canvas since we have to customize the fonts, change the colors, remove elements so that we can make the slides like our own. So next is the image licensing matter, which not everything in Canva is free for all users. So some images require credit or purchase. So for academic work, we should actually stick to Canva free library or actually creating our original designs. So lastly, the AI must be used ethically. So there are tools like AI in the Canva, but also ChatGPT is like generally used. So we can use a ChatGPT for the generate our ideas, but we have to follow our assignment rules, which we have to prove our work and also demonstrate that we have added our original thinking and not just copying AI output. So lastly, I think design is not just about intentionality. I think it's before we adding any element, I would think that does this serve a purpose or it's just adding a clutter, because I'm approaching Canva as a professional tool now. So I mean customizing templates, maintaining consistency, testing design, or also on different devices, and always considering my audience. So whether it's class presentation or even a poster or even an infographic, my goal is always making the information is accessible and engaging. So good design is not just about artistic talent, but it's also about being thoughtful, intentional, and ethical. So this workshop really opened my eyes and gave me the framework to create better academic work. Thank you so much for watching.